There's been a couple of potential transfer updates which we can go through as well. One regarding Antoine Semenyo, because I know all of you are gagging for Antoine Semenyo to join the football club. You know, he started the season on fire. Definitely the most top performing winger in terms of goals and assists so far this current campaign. Alex Crook says that Tottenham are among a host of Premier League clubs keeping tabs on Antoine Semenyo. Bournemouth believes Semenyo has raised his value to over 75 million following his impressive start to the season, meaning any potential deal to lure him out of Bournemouth would require a club record proposal from Tottenham. The Footy Insider says that Bournemouth winger Antoine Semenyo is the top target for both Manchester United and Tottenham heading into 2026. I did see a report a couple of days ago saying that for Bournemouth to sell Semenyo, particularly in January, they would only consider bids of like 100 million.
Yeah, but as you said, who knows if there's a release clause in there? Is there one of these silent release clauses like with Gibbs White? Because obviously it was very odd for Semenyo to sign a new deal last summer when there was so much interest. You would have thought, is he going to have his head turned? But all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he signs a new deal. So surely he doesn't just sign it, making it harder for him to leave if there isn't any sort of recourse, unless he's willing to spend his next few years at Bournemouth. If he has got an eye and at all on leaving, surely there's some sort of release clause or something in there. Maybe it's just for Champions League clubs or for something that he can leave if a certain bid comes in. You'd have to think. Obviously, I'd love him. Some of our commenters are saying, could we have the Ghanaian Robin and Ribery on the wings, which would be incredible. It would really upgrade our forward line exponentially, I feel, and it would be a phenomenal signing. But it's going to be one very difficult to do. That's the question. That's the real issue. And if it was a certain Levy still in charge, I would be thinking, no chance. We stump up the money. He would probably rather go for a cheaper option. But new ownership, new direction, maybe a new approach.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Maybe, not ruling it out.
So there's a chance.
January. Forget January. I think that's a pipe dream.
It is someone that we just so desperately need, isn't there? And I feel like he's someone that Frank would absolutely adore at the football club. Can play left, can play right. So much better than anyone that we have, isn't he? Can you imagine just having them two on the wings? The Ghanaian
amazing.
princes, man, in Kudus and Semenyo.
Would you, if you, let's say, Semenyo, you just can't get him in January. You want a new left winger in January, right? But he's going to cost 100 million in Jan or 70 million in the summer. Would you wait for him, or would you say, okay, you can't get him in Jan, let's get like a Lookman, and then you have him,
No.
and then so you wait for Semenyo.
100%. But the only problem with that is that if you do wait for him, it leaves the opportunity for other clubs to come in, and it's no guarantee that you actually get him. If there's a guarantee that we'll get him, I'll definitely wait for him because I think he's miles better than Lookman.
Agreed.
I think you cast your mind back to when Liverpool signed Van Dijk, they waited for him and they reaped the benefits of it. You get the best player possible in that position, and if you have to wait half the season to get him, I think it's a no-brainer in my opinion. But you wait to get him and you go get him. You got to make sure you get him though.
Agreed. But those are the kind of calculations football clubs have to make, I feel. And yeah, I just hope we don't go for him and Jan and find it's impossible and then panic by someone who's nowhere near as good just because we want someone in.
Would you spend 100 million on Semenyo?
I don't know. I mean, it's a bit crazy. I mean, he's good, don't get me wrong, but 100 million. I mean, 100 million, who just went for 100 million?
Declan
Rice, I know Grealish did.
Caicedo,
you've
Wirtz,
got
Enzo.
Wirtz, Isaac was similar. Right now, given the start to the season, if he continues this trajectory, he could easily be a £100 million player. I don't know if right now you would say he's shown to be 100 million worth. He's probably at the moment 50, 60 million.
Yeah, I think it was probably 50, 60 million in the summer, so his start to the season probably has added to that value. But if he carries on in this vein of form, literally, he's the top performing player in the Premier League right now. higher than all these £100 million players right now, but it's only been 7 games. So if he carries this on until January, then I think he will be up there with, that kind of valuation. I really believe that. The guy is, the way he's performing right now. I mean, did you see that goal he scored on the weekend, last Friday night? Like, that individual quality and that shot from that angle, like, wow. That blew me away, like how good that was.
Yeah.
And I was already watching him throughout the first 6 games, and I was thinking, wow, this guy is performing so well. But then that goal was just like, Jesus Christ, this guy is really coming on.
And he completely ripped us apart, didn't he?
Yeah.
When we played him.
Yeah. He's ripping everyone he plays against apart.
He's playing
Liverpool at Anfield, he scored 2 goals. Like, the guy is performing at an unbelievable level right now. And you compare him to what he was performing at last year, and even last year he was performing at a good level, but this is like nowhere near. But it
has to be, for a whole season. I'm not saying he has to be this good for a whole season, but he has to have a very good season overall. Just because he had a good first 7 games doesn't make him 100 million.
Yeah, I mean, he's on 6 goals so far this season in 7 games. I think last year, what did he get? Like 11 goals or something?
Something like that.
You know what I mean? He's nearly he's over halfway there already. Crazy. So there was a comment here saying, would you take Semenyo over Semenyo? I would take Semenyo over Semenyo.
I think Semenyo's got a higher ceiling, to be honest, but I think right now Semenyo's a much better player.
Yeah, I'd
Semenyo's
rather...
25?
Yeah. I think for me, like, we can talk about higher ceilings, but it's no guaranteed you're going to reach that ceiling. Like, Semenyo's performing at this level right now. So I'd rather that, to be honest.
Yeah, I'd rather that right now.
Next up, we're going to talk about Richarlison, which you did touch on yesterday regarding Orlando City. Fabrizio Romano gave us a further update saying Orlando City want to sign Richarlison in the summer of 2026 for around £30 million. Their designated players are Muriel, Oida and Pasalic. The MLS club have started talks with Richarlison's representatives, but the transfer looks complicated because he's become an important part of Thomas Frank's squad at Tottenham. Are you taking 30 million from him in the summer?
Probably. Yeah. I mean, depends. I mean, summer's so far away. I mean, so much can change. It's hard to say right now. Like, he could end the season with 20 goals, and maybe my answer would change.
Yeah, but from what you've seen,
I mean, when
until now,
when he's good, but unfortunately hasn't been consistent enough. I think he does need a bit of help from Solanke and Moani when they come back. But yeah, 30 million, yeah, I'd probably take it and move on. I don't think he's a bad player, but we can do better.
Yeah, that's the way I'm feeling about it. Like, I love Richarlison. I love his attitude. I love his camaraderie around the place and everything like that. I love the pigeon celebration, but I do feel like we can move further forward. I'm looking at, like, we want to fight at the top of the league. We want to be consistent at the top of the league. And I think as a squad player, he's fine. But I think the strikers that we have, like him and Solanke, are just too much of the similar level. Like, we need someone on that next level, don't we?
What realistic striker do you see right now?
Harry Kane.
Okay, it's Kane. But apart from Kane, that you think Tottenham should really be looking at to upgrade that position?
I like the striker at Porto, Samu.
Meridian.
Yeah, I like him.
Is he that next level?
I think that, yeah, I mean, I just went on about, ceilings, and I want to see them do it right here, right now. And it's always a risk bringing in a player from Portugal because,
we've seen.
Look at you, Victor Gyökeres. Look at Nunes. We've seen plenty of them come and not do the business. But from what I've seen from him, he looks physical. He looks fast. He looks like he knows where the back of the net is. I like him.
Has he had a good start to the season?
I think he's had a good start to the season as well, on the back of a good season last year. Strikers.
Because if you look at it, I mean, Newcastle had all that money to spend. I'm not saying Voltmade is a bad signing. I'm just saying they had to sign someone like Voltmade for 75 million. That's what they landed on, because it's tough out there to get very good strikers through the door, like, who are guaranteed upgrades and what you got.
Yeah.
I'm not saying we shouldn't look to upgrade in the 9. I'm just thinking, like, who is this striker we're all thinking of who's going to be a massive upgrade, who we can get?
Yeah. I think, like, in terms of Samuel, I think he is an upgrade on Richarlison. I'm just trying to think off the top of my head, like strikers. You put me on the spot. I don't really know. People in the chat saying Julian Alvarez.
I mean, is that realistic? I mean, they signed him for 80 million, 70 million.
Yeah. How long ago, though?
What, last season, no?
Was it last
season?
2 seasons ago?
Last season was his first season, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah. So this is his second
This is
season.
his second season.
He had a fantastic season for them,
He's
didn't
had
he?
an unbelievable start to this season. I'd love Alvarez. I just don't know if that's a realistic. Maybe it is, but I don't know. I mean, Ivan Toney, again, I like Toney. Is he that game changer that we're talking about? You know, that striker that gets us, that elite striker we're talking about.
Yeah.
I think Alvarez would be that, but I don't know if we could get him.
Thing is with Ivan Toney, like, he's a player that obviously Frank knows very well. So if Frank wants to bring him in, then he obviously knows a lot more than us about how to use him. And if he wants to bring him in, that would suggest that he thinks he's a major upgrade on what we've got. And that would be enough for me, to be honest.
Evan Nilsson, would he be good enough?
Nah, not so. I like Evan Nilsson. I think he did well last season, but I don't think he's that striker to take us to the next level.
Trying to think anyone else in the Premier League. I can't really think of too many Premier League strikers who could do the job. Rutter, not really. It's tough.
Yeah. I don't know.
Have to look somewhere outside of Europe.
Maybe.
But this is my point. My only point being, we always keep talking about we've got to upgrade the striker and we have massive problems. And when you think about it, who is this striker we're talking about?
People are saying Mateta.
Mateta. I like Mateta, but I like him. Maybe he is a bit better than.
He's consistently getting up. He's getting called up to the French squad now.
Well, he got his
Which is
first
mad.
call up.
Was it second or first?
I think he's been called up to the Olympics. Was it?
Oh, it was the Olympics. Yeah.
Again, I like Mateta. I don't know if he's necessarily much better than what we have.
I think he is. Mateta
Much
is
better?
I think he is much better. Than
On a different level?
what does that mean? A different level? I think he's better than what we got.
I don't see much difference in quality. I think he's done very well. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not saying he's. But people saying if I say that, people think I'm saying he's bad. He's not. I think we've got good strikers. I think you put some of our strikers for the Palace team, they could probably get similar goal tallies. But look,
I've got
Mateta's
it.
done well.
I've got the player that we should sign.
Mbappe.
No, Victor Osimhen.
Osimhen.
Victor Osimhen.
There you
Why
go.
not? Why not Victor Osimhen?
That
That guy is like world class.
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
playing at
I don't know why he's
Galatasaray,
there.
man. Get him in. Get him in.
There
If
you
you want
go.
to make a statement signing, that's the striker that you sign.
But for one reason or another, no big club wants to touch him right now.
Yeah.
It's because of his wages, isn't it?
I say you give him the wages, man.
What's he
Give
on,
him the
400?
wages. I don't know what he's on. But Victor Osimhen is the guy. Like he
I would take him. for sure.
outside of like all the elite clubs, he's probably the best striker going
Yeah,
by far.
I agree with that.
Fine.
Osimhen would be the striker.
Yeah, I think so. Like, can you imagine Osimhen in this team?
Oh man, that would be electric.
Yeah.
Absolutely electric. Duran, nah. I like Duran, but
Mate, Duran just red flags a lot of red flags with Duran. A lot. Like, why is he going to Saudi at that point of his career? Like, it's a bit different with Osimhen, isn't it? Because, like,
no, he's at Fenerbahce, isn't he?
who, Osimhen?
Duran.
Is he? Oh, yeah, he is, yeah.
Yeah, they're running Mourinho.
Yeah, but Osimhen is our guy. If you want Osimhen, let us know in the comments section below, because I think that Spurs should move heaven and earth to try and get this guy at the club.
Chelsea wouldn't even pay for him.
Yeah. But I'm sure Chelsea under Roman would have paid for him. So, yeah, let us know, man. Is it even possible to get Victor Osimhen? He seems to absolutely love it at Galatasaray, though, doesn't he?
I don't think he wants to be there forever, does he?
No. People are saying Sergio Garassi. I mean, we should have signed him when he had that 12 million release
Yeah.
clause.
I like Garassi a lot. He's done very well, Dorman.
Yeah.
Very well.